these last couple of episodes were really fast paced. These last 3 or 4 episodes were very fast paced, and they're not fast paced as far as the episodes. I'm not really talking about the episodes, but the characters themselves. They have to move these so fast. These last couple of episodes just to get their job done. A couple examples that I have is that in this episode, the whole courtyard scene when Gon and Killua pass Chicago and they go inside the next building. The time, I guess they didn't really give us a time, like a certain time distance, but the time it took for Killua and Gon to pass Chicago, go inside the building, they separated, and we also noticed that they think on the spot. Like on the spot, they would just do whatever. So the time it took for Gon and Killua to pass Chicago, go inside that building, Killua, out of instinct, had to separate from Gon, go the other way, kill two ants, come back, and Ikogo passed him on the way as he was coming back. That's how fast they had to move throughout the whole that whole scene. And then Ikogo said something to him, and then that was it. And he didn't know why he reacted. They showed a flashback about him saying, stick to your job, do what you have to do, don't really worry about somebody else's job or whatever. And the only reason he did that is because Ikogo's his friend or whatever. So he didn't want anything to happen to him. There's like a couple flashbacks back in the past where he's like, you're my friend now, we're gonna protect each other. He killed those ants just to protect, the mission or the octopus with Ikogo. That's the reason why he took those chimera ants out. And he didn't know why he was doing it, but he just acted out of instinct, and he was able to aim perfectly and do everything that he could do out of instinct. I also there's a part that I like. I like Shoot's whole character development throughout this whole couple episodes. In this episode, that we see him, his leg was broke, and he was able to maneuver around just to help out his teammates. He took on Yuppie, hit him, and from all directions, and he's pretty fast. His leg is broke, and he was able to distract Yuppie in order to get Morel his pipe. So that was good. That was a good scene right there, and that was pretty important. Knuckles still doesn't know how to go about this. He doesn't know how to attack Yuppie because Yuppie is so strong. So Knuckle hit him once again, and so we're gonna see what happens from there. Then we see Shao-Pu had this whole dramatic scene, and I didn't really care about that, but I mean, I had to watch it regardless. I didn't really care about that whole Shao-Pu thing, but then we can see that he's going up against Morel, and so we don't know how good Shao-Pu is going to be against Morel, because Morel is really smart. And so this whole time he was having this breakdown, Morel was able to surround him with the cloud bones, and that was perfect. So I don't know if Shao-Pu is going to be able to beat him, but whenever a fight goes in and we think it's one-sided, it usually turns out opposite. So Morel might get beaten or even die. I don't read the manga, so this is not a spoiler, but because I'm thinking that Morel is gonna, like, not one shot, but he's gonna beat Shao-Pu. So it's either gonna go that way, or just like anime is either gonna go the opposite way, and somehow Shao-Pu is gonna show us something extraordinary that we haven't seen before and beats up Morel. We don't know. So right now it's really Shoot and Knuckle versus Yuppie, Morel versus Shao-Pu. Gon spotted the king, and he basically, he saw Netero. Netero told him Netero basically told him that Neferpitu's that way. And Gon, we see like this black aura around him. His eyes got deep again. His eyes were really they did that little that yellowish orange thing with his eye, and we can see the dark aura around him. So we know they're gonna fight. The king, Netero, and Zeno, they're off to their battle, and it's like very formal about it. So that was cool. And we also got this whole thing between that chimera ant that's like a wolf. We saw Cheetu and another chimera ant, and he's deciphering what's going on. Is that owl guy, I forgot his name, is he working with Leo, or what's going on? Because the time it took for Killua to leave the area and him to go running by was kind of short, so he doesn't know what's really going on between them. So that was kind of a mind fuck kind of. So he doesn't know what's going on right now, but maybe next episode Chito's gonna attack, so we don't know. And those were basically the soldier ants headquarters, those two different rooms. So that was pretty much the episode. I did like the episode. I like the whole, they're moving very quickly. They're moving quickly and they're thinking on the spot without even like the reaction time was just like not like the part where Killua had to kill those ants. He was thinking like, what am I doing? But he was still reacting, and he killed those ants in a matter of seconds. So it's going really fast paced these last couple episodes, and I can see that I don't know what's gonna happen between Netero and the King. I think that Netero might lose because the King is keeping his composure, and like Neferpitu said in the last episode, that's a really scary thing to think about. The King keeping his composure throughout this whole Komugi dying thing. So we don't know, he's about to unleash the beast on these guys, so we don't know what's going on. But Netero seems very relaxed. I don't think we saw Zeno, and maybe we did, but he seemed very relaxed, told Gon where he was, and Gon is ready to fight. Gon had his fight eyes, he's ready to throw down, and Neferpitu's waiting. She's waiting in the other room. She's recovering Komugi, so she can't really use her Nen right now. So Gon might go in there, and I doubt he's gonna talk to her, but he might say something to her when he walks in the room and sees Komugi. But other than that, he might just throw down with her. But she won't be able to fight because of her whole I have to wait a couple seconds between the whole recovery thing. So we do have to wait. Watch out for that. So that was basically the episode. This episode was good. Please leave comments down below on what you guys think is gonna happen between Leo and between Moro and Shaopu, UP not going to shoot, and between the King and Netero and Zeno. Because we both know Netero and Zeno is a beast, but the King right now is on a whole nother level, so we don't know what's going on. Even though we saw some great things from Netero basically showed how he's just the fastest in this show right now. We haven't really saw speed feats from the King besides him taking people's heads off. Other than that. So we need to know, is he fast? Because we've seen Neferpitu, she's fast, but she wasn't nowhere near Netero fast. So leave comments down below, guys. Subscribe, please subscribe for more of these videos. Check out my channel for other videos that I make. Please like the video if you liked it. I'll end, man.